This presentation may contain forward-looking statements for which there are risks, uncertainties, and assumptions. Customers should make purchase decisions based upon services, features, and functions that are currently available. Hey everyone, my name is Amir Kosovan, and I'm standing on what usually is known as Howard Street in front of the Moscone Center, but this week it has been transformed into the Rising Plaza, the bustling hub of this year's Workday Rising 2025 here in San Francisco. And yesterday, in front of 20,000 business leaders from around the globe and an additional 15,000 digital viewers, we lit up the future of work with powerful keynotes on AI and innovation, exciting product announcements, and incredible new partnerships. But today, we spotlight our incredible community of customers and partners. And hey, it's a celebration as well. We are celebrating Workday's 20th anniversary. All right, so get your party hats ready. It is time for day 3. Let's illuminate your Workday. As we celebrate 2 decades of Workday, our mission continues to provide solutions that help organizations run smarter and grow faster. And today, they're AI-powered, human-centric, and future-ready.
Good day to you all and welcome to day 3 of Workday Rising. I am Rogerio Almeida.
And I'm Carrie Gishikin.
And on the show today, you'll get a sneak peek at our exciting community keynote.
That's right. We'll explore the expo hall so you can experience all the energy and witness some exciting customer activation.
And we'll chat to Daniel Lurie, Mayor of San Francisco.
And of course, wish Workday a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Workday.
You know, with us celebrating Workday's 20th birthday, it makes me wonder, what were you doing 20 years ago, Rogerio?
Well,
2005.
20 years ago was celebrating my 18th birthday.
Yes.
Do you believe that?
Yes, you're so young.
Thank you.
So
I mean, you were invited to my birthday party, but you couldn't come because you were too young. You were far younger than me.
Right,
Do
yeah.
you remember that?
2. I was
Yes.
2 years old.
So on a serious note, about 20 years ago, I attended my favorite concert ever. Do you know what that was?
What is it?
Cyndi Lauper in London. Do you like her?
Girls just want to have fun.
They do, but I think that you're asking me about the world of work. And I was really excited back then to be given a BlackBerry. I felt I had arrived. What about you?
It's funny you say that because just a few years later, I was one of the last holdouts who just didn't want to get rid of my little
Clutching onto
keyboard.
it.
Yes.
Yes.
And as for me, I was in PR here for a tech company in the Bay Area that was launching Box software to a very loyal fan base.
Yeah.
And I was also a classic early adopter of the iPod Mini, Nano, Shuffle. Do you remember all of us walking around
No,
proudly
don't
with
remember
our
that.
big white plastic rectangle
No, don't remember that at all.
shuffles with a
I was
cord on
too
our
young.
neck?
I was too young.
I thought I was the coolest.
You are the coolest. But what would you say, seriously now, what would you say that in the world of work has been the best upgrade for you over the last 20 years?
Well, definitely the iPhone. That was a
Yes.
game changer for me because I remembered back in the days to the 90s.
Yeah.
This is going to really date us. When I was at
Let's
a
stop
trade
this
show
conversation now.
with a duffel bag,
Yes.
opening it up, taking my brick of a cell phone
Yes.
out of it, and
Yes.
just another moment when I thought I was the coolest.
Yeah. What do you do with your iPhone then?
I take photos with it. I
Yes.
watch movies. I pay for things.
Yeah.
All in one device.
That's really good. For me, the moment, talking about being cool, the moment of cool for me was I had my brick phone. No one had brick phones, no one had phones. I couldn't call anybody, but I did receive a call. So I felt really important. And you open the brick call, you pull the antenna out.
Yeah.
And here's, a very important business call. My mother says, "What time are you going to be home?"
Your mother.
My mother. How sad
Very
is that? How
important.
sad
Very
is that?
important. Okay, let's fast forward to 2025 and go to Emma Chalwin, who's on a bustling Howard Street with a very special guest, San Francisco Mayor Daniel Lurie.
Thanks, Carrie. Mayor Lurie, we're so excited to have you here at Workday Rising with us.
We're so excited to have you all here in the great city of San Francisco.
I know, isn't it wonderful? This homecoming in San Francisco for our 20th birthday has been a powerful reminder of how important our roots are, because our company, it all started here. And this whole week has been a celebration of the Workday community. And that word community means so many things. I know it means a lot to me and to you, What does the word community mean to you? And can you talk a bit about how important it is for us to be in the city?
Well, when I think about community and Workday and great companies like yours, I think about being engaged and involved in San Francisco, in our arts, in our culture, in our education, and our public schools. And being part of our recovery and our bounce back, and it's happening. And having 25,000 people here in San Francisco adds fuel to that recovery, and we appreciate you all being here.
Well, you can feel the energy. It's electric, especially here on Howard Street where we are right now. Well, it's day 3 of Rising, and you can really feel this energy. Our community has brought to the city the lanyards, the Workday badges and logos. They're everywhere.
You're filling our hotels, our restaurants, our bars, Howard Street. The vibes are back in our city, and thanks to you all, you're helping.
Well, and thanks to you too. It's really amazing. So from your perspective, what's the impact on San Francisco when a vibrant global community like ours spends the week here, and not just economically, but on the city's energy and the spirit?
Well, having downtown alive, we got so many great arts institutions. We're blocks away from San Francisco MoMA and Yerba Buena Center for the Arts. You all are utilizing all of these great institutions. And what we saw from people that came for, let's say, the NBA All-Star game, they come to San Francisco. 84% of them that came for that All-Star week, they go back and tell their friends, you got to come visit San Francisco. So we hope all your Workday colleagues and friends
pay it forward to everyone.
Pay it forward. Go home, tell everybody how great San Francisco is, and hey, we dialed up some good weather for you too.
I know you did. You really turned that on. And last night at dinner, actually, there were a lot of people that were coming to the city for the first time, and they were so impressed, and they couldn't wait to bring their families back. So I think we're doing a good job of helping you there.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. The vibes. We have turned this city around. We have a long way to go.
Yeah.
We still have our struggles. There's no question about that. We are clear-eyed about that, but we're focused on public safety. We're focused on our behavioral health crisis, but then we want the world to know, we want all your customers and clients to know, San Francisco is open for business. We want you here, and we're going to do everything we can to win your business.
It is literally one of the most beautiful cities in the world, and I now call it home, so I feel very lucky about that too.
It's the most beautiful city in the world, and we're going to get back with AI, with tech, with our arts and culture to being the greatest city in the world again.
Well, I want to close out by asking, what does being here in this dynamic environment add to the connections and sense of possibility that our attendees will take home with them?
Well, I think this is where the future is created. We are the home of AI, of tech, of music, of arts and culture. We were named the culinary capital of the country recently. I mean, our restaurants are thriving. And San Francisco, as I said before, we're open for business. We want to make it easier to do business here in San Francisco. And all that we ask is that you be part of our city. And you all do a great job of that. And I hope all your clients, your customers, everybody watching will do the same.
Great, wonderful. Well, as our Workday community prepares to head home tomorrow, we want them to take a piece of the real San Francisco with them. If an attendee has one last afternoon to connect with a local neighborhood where they could send them to get a real genuine feel of the people and places that make this city so remarkable, where would you advise them to go?
I mean, you can't go wrong in any one of our neighborhoods. The Mission District is doing incredibly well. North Beach is on fire right now. Great restaurants. You can't go wrong in Chinatown. Or you could just walk down the streets of the Ferry Building that is just electric right now. So I'm going to close by saying this. Let's go San Francisco.
Team San Francisco all the way. We are back. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mayor Lurie. It's been a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Emma.
Now back to Carrie and Ruggiero in the studio.
Thank you, Emma. What a great conversation that was. Thank you, Mayor Lurie, as well, right?
Yes.
San Francisco is indeed a great, great city.
So much energy on Howard Street. Rising Plaza has been amazing.
I love San Francisco. Not living here, I'd love to live here. It's a beautiful place. But let's shift the focus now from our Bay Area community to our community of partners and customers.
The Day 3 keynote is where the vision we talked about yesterday meets reality. We're going to hear directly from the customers and partners who are bringing the future of work to life every single day.
And we are kicking things off with a true technology giant. Workday CEO Carl Eschenbach will be sitting down with Fran Katsoudas from Cisco. They're going to be discussing how the workforce is evolving and how AI is transforming how we work.
That's right. I'm really looking forward to that conversation. Yesterday, we announced Workday Build, and today you'll hear how customers are putting it into action to drive real business value. Sherry Rhodes will be talking with Instacart's Chief People Officer, Christina Hall, about how they used Workday Extend to completely transform their performance review process, moving from spreadsheets to a seamless, unified experience.
And these are the stories that make innovation real. The keynote hall is filling up as we speak. We go to our reporter, Amir Kostavan, inside the hall to get a feel for the energy. Hey, Amir, how's the atmosphere in the room?
The atmosphere is amazing, Ruggiero. The music is blazing. The people are filling in. The stage looks incredible. Everyone is really, really excited to hear from their fellow customers today.
Oh man, I'm going to be with you very shortly. I also heard rumors that there may be a diner on the stage. Is that true?
Yeah, you heard correctly, Ruggiero. There is going to be a nod to the Jack's Diner directly behind us, and it's a nod, obviously, to where Anil and Dave first met 20 years ago to come up with the concept of Workday. It's going to be such an amazing moment in the show to celebrate that amazing anniversary. I can't wait for you all to see it.
Thanks, Amir. Now let's move on to partner stories. Workday's Rob Enslin will be joined on stage by the Deloitte US CEO, Jason Gerzidas, along with leadership from the LA28.
And Dave said, Carrie, I don't know if you know this, but planning the games is like launching a Fortune 500 company. Did you know that?
I believe it. It's
Oh,
big.
I know, it's huge. And you have to launch it from scratch in just 4 years, by the way. So the conversation will be a masterclass in how finance and people have to move in perfect lockstep.
Absolutely. And after that, it's one of the highlights of the week, the Customer Awards.
I love the customer awards, don't you?
Yes.
It's my favorite part.
This is where we celebrate the forward thinkers of the Workday community. We'll be honoring the winners in 5 categories, including Powering Innovation, Finance for the Future, and Future Ready.
And all the excitement isn't just in the keynote hall. It's all over the Expo floor. Let's check in with Nathan Allen. Nathan, what are you hearing out there this morning?
They heard the vision yesterday, and today they want to hear how companies are navigating the cultural side of AI, and how customers like Dow and Accenture are using Workday to get future ready. Amir and I explored some of these incredible customer activations just yesterday.
Welcome back to Workday Rising. So Amir, when you think of an action-packed customer conference, you're probably thinking about demos, sessions, keynotes, and networking, right?
I am. You know what I would love to think about as well? Relaxing, but that's probably not the first word that comes to mind for most people.
Well, it should be. And
agree.
The reason is because wellness is extremely important to Workday, but it's also really important to our customers. We all work hard, but we need time to unwind. Given that, it's no surprise that 2 of our best customer activations this year are all about thriving and happiness.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm excited to explore with you, Nathan, what Club Med and Unum, 2 of our fantastic customers, are doing right here on the floor. You ready to go check it out?
Let's go check it out.
Let's go.
Our first stop is right here. We're in the Park Club Chalet, and it's no secret that Club Med and relaxation go hand in hand. Can you give us a little bit of how they're bringing that feeling of a well-earned break back to Workday Rising?
Well, Nathan, first off, we're sitting in a ski lift.
we
All right?
definitely are.
So we've already been immediately transported to a ski lodge of sorts, right? and you can get a photo op that makes it look like you're on top of the Alps, so that's really
love
cool.
that.
Right? But on top of that, it's not just about the visuals, okay? You can actually chill and relax and listen to a Future Work podcast episode featuring Club Med's leaders talking about cultivating happiness through connection.
It's fantastic, and I absolutely love that. It's an escape within the conference. Now, speaking of escapes, just across the way, our customer Unum is offering a different kind of relaxation. You want to head over?
Let's go check it out.
Let's go check it out. Come on.
I somehow have lost Nathan on the way from Club Med to Unum, but it's okay, you got me for the rest of the segment. I am going to the Unum activation where their theme is thriving and reviving, and their approach is absolutely brilliant. They're showing you how you can simplify your benefits to save time, money, and stress. So their activation is all about giving you some of that time and relaxation back. And you can start by taking a photo op that puts you in the heart of Palm Springs. How relaxing does that sound? And they also have these postcards where you can answer the question, what would you do with more time? Think about that one. But my favorite part has to be these stress-free massage chairs right here, all right? Think about it. You're in a nice, bustling workday rising. You're getting your juices going. Everything's going well, and you want to relax a little bit. That's such a great place to do that. You can also spin this wheel where you can get fun facts about savings or even win some prizes. It's a really engaging way to connect your brand to a positive, tangible experience. You know what's so impressive is how both Club Med and Unum are creating these genuinely positive experiences for everyone here at Workday Rising. It proves that a huge activation is really about connecting your brand to huge ideas like work-life balance while also just spreading some fun and good vibes. Now I gotta go find Nathan.
Amir, you found me right here in the core. Attendees are getting an incredible opportunity to get up close and personal with what these brands are best known for as leaders in their industries. Back to you in the broadcast studio.
Thanks, Nathan. Rogeri and I were a little bit jealous that we weren't in that ski lift.
I know, totally. We need to check it out later.
That was the perfect way to tee up this keynote. Our customers are the heart and soul of Workday.
Yes, and it's going to be a powerful showcase of this special community from global tech leaders, hyper-growth innovators, and the team responsible for delivering the fabulous Olympic Games.
And it will all culminate in a very special moment as Anil Bhusri presents the Lifetime Customer Achievement Award. The doors are about to close. You are not going to want to miss a minute of this.
And, Carrie, coming up next, the Day 3 community keynote. So please, please, stay with us for highlights and exclusive interviews from the main stage. We'll see you soon.
When did we start moving business forever forward? Was it when we ushered in a new day for human and AI collaboration?
It's the most consequential technology I've seen in my lifetime.
Was it when we used AI to illuminate the future of work?
Illuminate.
Was it when we made the Fortune 500? Or when we showed the world who the real rock stars of business were? Perhaps it was the day we signed our 10,000th customer. Or when we met our bold net zero target. Was that it? Then again, maybe it was when we started innovating on our platform as a community. Or when we expanded around the globe to better serve our customers and partners. Or when we were named a best place to work for women, for parents, for people of all backgrounds and abilities, for everyone. Surely, it was when we unified HR and finance on one platform, right? Or when we gathered as one community at our very first Workday Rising. No. It all started when two best friends met at a diner and talked about creating a brighter work day. From day one, we've worked alongside our customers and partners to move the world of business forever forward. And we're just getting started.
Please welcome Chief Marketing Officer Emma Chalwin.
Good morning, everyone. It's so great to be back with you on day 3. You all having a good time? Okay, great. You can feel the energy. It's electric in here, and for good reason. Yesterday, we unveiled the future at Workday, and it lit a path forward for all of us. Anil, Garrett, Ashna, and Jerry took us on an incredible journey through our innovation story, really showing how Workday is the enterprise AI platform for managing people, money, and agents. And we showcased how purpose-built AI agents for HR and finance are all powered by one data and process model on an open platform. And they're designed to help reimagine how work gets done. And you saw firsthand how these purpose-built AI agents are made for work. We introduced the next evolution of our platform with Workday Illuminate, the new suite of solutions that deliver human-centric AI that doesn't just work for you, but truly transforms your business. And we showed how our agents are giving customers a massive productivity boost. The frontline agent is helping save 90% of their time on schedule changes. Our new payroll agent helps you enable compliance up to 4 times faster. And our planning agent has helped customers cut data exploration time by 30%, saving roughly 100 hours per month. You see, the new Workday is AI-powered, human-centric, and future-ready. This isn't just a vision, but a reality we are building together. But that was just the beginning. We also talked about the power of our open platform. Workday is a single open enterprise platform for people, for money, and agent that adapts as work evolves. And with Workday Build, our developer platform for customers and partners, we're giving you the power to build the future of work, to build your business, and to build your career. And we also added Workday FlowWise Agent Builder, the new low-code drag-and-drop tool that makes it simple for anyone to create powerful custom agents right inside Workday. And the groundbreaking Workday Data Cloud and our expanded partnerships with leaders like Snowflake and Microsoft prove our commitment to openness. We're giving you frictionless, bi-directional access to your data so you can innovate with confidence, seamlessly connecting Workday data with other systems. And building on that foundation of data, we all experienced a truly transformational moment. Anil shared the exciting news that Workday has signed a definitive agreement to acquire Sana, a leading enterprise AI native company. And Sana's technology is going to power a new Workday experience where enterprise knowledge, data, action, and learning all come together. This is about making Workday the new front door to work, turning it into a system of daily engagement. We are truly making Workday the central hub for how work gets done. And I have to tell you, all of that amazing technology and all of these incredible announcements mean nothing without all of you here with us. When I first joined Workday, it was clear that our customers just weren't a number on a spreadsheet. You are the reason we do what we do. You're our partners in innovation. We just don't want to sell you a product. We want to walk alongside you. For example, our recent agreement to acquire Paradox came from a shared vision with over 200 joint customers who told us they needed a smarter way to hire. We want to listen to your challenges, and we want to build solutions together. And our team at Workday are on a mission to understand your needs and ensure that you're not just a vendor to you, but we're a true and trusted partner. So let's take a moment to pause and acknowledge some of the key people who make this partnership so special. I want to give a special shout out to our Workday Success Plan customers for being such amazing advocates for us. So thank you so much. Now, these are the organizations who are boosting productivity. They're driving engagement, and they're increasing adoption of Workday. Your subscriptions unlock direct access to expertise, support, and education to help stay current with Workday innovation as it happens. Honestly, your passion and support really are the heart of everything we do. So thank you. And how about we give a huge round of applause for all of our newly certified Workday pros who completed their exams yesterday. You are now trusted advisors who can optimize Workday for all of your organizations. Achieving that Workday Pro certification grants access to a professional community resources and a digital badge. You can proudly now flaunt your mastery of Workday. So well done to all of you. Thank you. And that spirit of partnership brings us to today. Today is our community day. This is the very soul of Workday Rising. It's where we celebrate the collective brilliance of all of you. This is a community that's always innovating, problem solving, and collaborating to write the playbook of how the future works. I'm showing my age now. I've been a marketer for 3 decades, and I've learned that technology alone cannot do the job. It's about combining art, science, creativity with data. That's what we're doing together. We firmly believe that the future of work is human, and AI is here to amplify potential, not to replace it. So let's work together. Let's redefine what it means to lead, to empower our people, and to build a workforce where humans, agents, and machines collaborate seamlessly. This is the next generation of ERP redefined for the AI era, and the most comprehensive suite for both HR and finance. Workday is a system of action that understands your business. It anticipates needs and helps totally reimagine how work gets done. And today you'll hear directly from our customers and partners who are traveling down the same road as many of you. Whether you're a small organization, a mid-size, or a large enterprise, managing the back office or frontline workers, they understand your challenges. They share your aspirations and are fellow forward thinkers who are forging into new territory in partnership with us at Workday. So with that, who's ready to dive into the next part of our morning? You all ready? Come on, that's it. Good, some energy, I love it. There is no one better to talk about building the future than a leader who's doing just that. So it is my absolute pleasure to welcome back to the stage the person who helps me and all of us think about the future every single day. Please join me in giving a huge rising welcome to Workday's inspirational CEO, Carl Eschenbach.
Good morning. I'm not going to ask for a lot of audience participation, but that was weak. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Welcome to Day 3 at Rising. Let me ask you to give a warm round of applause and thank you in gratitude to Emma Chalwin, one of the best chief marketing officers in the world, who always comes on this stage, brings energy, brings enthusiasm, and always a little glitz. Emma, thank you for all you and your team have done to make Workday Rising a reality. This Community Day is always one of my favorites because it's not about Workday up here sharing with you and your peers what we're doing. It's about them sharing with you what they're doing. It may be giving you some guidance, coaching, and some learnings about their success and how they're leveraging the Workday platform to drive their business forever forward. On Monday, we talked about the new world we're embarking upon, the new Workday. We know it's AI-powered, we know it's human-centric, and we know it's ready for the future. Today, to kick off our day, we have one of the great leaders of our generation going to join me on stage and talk about her passion on how she's leading Cisco through this tectonic shift how she's focusing on bringing AI to her employees, how she's making sure it's human-centric, and taking those employees into the future with her. It is my honor and privilege to bring to stage with me here in a few minutes Fran Castudo. She is an amazing leader. She is, ready for this? She's got 3 P's in her title. Fran is the Chief People, Policy, and Purpose Officer at Cisco Systems, a very significant partner and customer of ours. Before I bring Fran to stage to have a great, engaging conversation about how she's navigating the future of work with her employees, I want to run this short video on Cisco. Let's please run the video. Let's welcome Fran. Good morning, Fran.
Thank you.
How are you? Please.
I'm good.
Thank you for joining me.
Happy to be here.
It's an honor and privilege to be here with you today.
Thank you.
It's great to see you. So, Fran, let's start out talking about decades. So we're here this week celebrating our 20th birthday.
Happy birthday.
But we were talking, thank you. But we were talking earlier this year, Cisco celebrated their 40th birthday. Is that correct?
That's right.
Okay. Now a little bit about you. So you've now been with Cisco 29 years. How about that? Yeah. Fran joined Cisco when they had $4 million. $4 million in 1996. And today, their annualized revenues is $57 billion. Pretty impressive. She's seen a lot happen in her career. I told her, I know she told me this, she started when she was 1 year old. But Fran, tell us a little bit about that journey. It's an incredible journey you've had, and you've rose to great heights, and you're doing amazing things at Cisco. But share a little bit about your personal journey at the company.
I'm happy to. It's so funny when I share I've been at the company for 29 years in a meeting, and I hear a gasp. It wasn't my intention. I thought I would be at the company for 5 years. And it shows a little bit about the experience. At Cisco, we have a saying, which is one company, many careers. And just this realization that we can move around a lot. When I started at Cisco, I started in our contact center, and I showed up to the wrong interview. I showed up to an interview for a tech support agent, and candidly, I didn't understand our technology. And somewhere in the interview, I realized that it was where I wanted to be, and I wanted to learn the tech. And I remember telling the recruiter, hey, listen, I work hard, I'll learn the technology, I think I can do this. And they gave me a shot. And Carl, when I think about when I became Chief People Officer, I always remember that shot. And I just had this strong feeling that we have to believe in people, that if we give them the learning and the opportunities, they can do new and different things. And for me, it's just been a gift to work in so many organizations across the company.
Yeah, what a career. Congratulations. You talked about how you started at Cisco. You started in the contact center, right? And I've heard you talk about how, as we move into this era of AI, that has actually helped you think about how to navigate it with your people, because a lot of people speak today, Fran, about the contact center would be one of the first places AI would be disruptive. How do you think that shaped your view on technology in this AI transition we're going through from those early days in the call center yourself?
Yeah, so how many folks in here have started in a contact center? Looking at hands.
Some of them.
A few. So if you've worked in a contact center, what you know is that Contact centers do their best to anticipate questions, to have answers that are documented, to have clear escalation paths. And so it's no wonder that AI has been able to intersect the contact center because of the structure that exists. And so if you think about that from a company perspective, I think one of the questions that we have is what structure is appropriate for the work? And if we can create that, there is a high likelihood that we can automate that as well. And so, Carl, I think that's what I've learned. And it's funny, but the role that I had when I started, I was like level 1. And so my job is gone. We don't have level 1 at Cisco. Today, our Technical Assistance Center manages about 1.5 million cases via AI. And the amazing thing about that is the customer satisfaction there is really strong as well.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. So Fran, let's shift gears a little bit to talk about how you're navigating this AI transition inside of Cisco. At Workday, we have something called Everyday AI. And it's a program that we did in partnership with your peer, Ashley, in our IT organization, where we asked all of our employees to go through AI training to help them understand the actual personal benefit they can get from using the technology. At Cisco, you have something very similar. I think it's teaming with AI. And I think as you described it to me, you're taking a top-down strategic approach to leveraging AI, but you're also encouraging experimentation bottoms up. Tell us a little bit about that program and how it's going.
Yeah, I think the top-down, bottoms-up balance is super important. If you go back a couple of years, I think it felt like the AI motion was more top-down. And so as a result of that, we do an annual study on AI readiness. Last November, only 13% of companies said that they felt ready for AI. And so I think this is where the combination is really important. I'm a big fan of what Ashley does. I'm not surprised that our programs are very similar. And so basically what we do is we view AI as a team sport. We train people on AI. We ask them to go back to their teams and facilitate discussions within the team around, hey, how can we use this?
Yeah.
How can we be better? What does this do for us? And Carl, what we've seen is that there's a huge impact in usage. There's a huge impact in confidence to use the tools. And then I think a lot of suggestions that make us better.
Yeah, great. On Monday, during my opening talk, I talked about the power of AI and the efficiencies you can get in leveraging AI. But I also talked about the risk associated with stopping the conversation there. The narrative needs to continue, and we need to focus on not just efficiencies, but driving growth and fueling growth. Because if we don't, there's a disconnect and a mistrust that starts to get established between management, as you just articulated, top down, and the employees. How are you guys navigating that, and how are you building trust between your employees and what your ultimate mission is to use AI inside Cisco?
It's funny because I think we just have to recognize it's such a unique time. And like the pace of change is unlike anything I've seen before in my 29 years, right? And what that meant for us is that we had to go back and think about the guiding principle. So who are we as a company? And we had to make it okay for all of us to embrace the level of learning agility that's required. I think we're at a moment now where it's okay as a leader to not know and to say, you know what, I haven't tried that tool. Let's investigate that. Something that we found at Cisco is that when a leader is leveraging AI, their teams are twice as likely to use it. And so one of our takeaways is that leaders do have to be front and center. I do think we over-pivoted across industries talking about productivity only. And so I love when you talk about growth and opportunity, customer satisfaction. I think as we broaden some of the benefits, it really shapes the work that we can do. And I think this is where partnership is so important as well. And so as we work with Workday from a people analytics perspective, what our teams are finding is in areas like workforce planning, we're seeing huge benefits. And that space in particular is so important to redefining work.
Yeah. And have you been able to measure the impact of this program you put in place and the sentiment of your employees afterwards?
We have. And so before people participated in teaming with AI, their comfort level was in the 60s. leveraging AI. And then afterwards, it was in the 90s. And that is so important. It's a reminder that when people are allowed to play with technology and have fun with technology, you reduce a lot of that fear factor as well. I think the other thing that we saw was that there were over, like in the first, I would say 3 months or so, over 200 use cases from the team that we then were able to sort through and figure out what was most meaningful for us. It also created things like prompt libraries by role, which was good, and we've been able to roll that out to the company as well.
Yeah, and that's that experimentation
Right.
you're pushing on your employees and asking them to go try things. So Fran, before we wrap up, I want to hear about your vision. I want to hear about your vision for the next 5 years and how you're going to leverage AI and how you're going to make sure you do it in a human-centric way, because I know you're all about your people, and how you bring them on this journey with you to ultimately driving, yes, productivity gains, but fueling growth. How are you thinking about that?
I just think there are not many moments where we all have permission to rethink everything that we do. And this is one of those moments where I think we have the ability to step back and ask ourselves, where are we spending our time? What do we want the employee experience to look like? What are those breakthroughs that we haven't been able to really work on? I think skilling for me really stands out. I've been a big believer in skilling for our people, but candidly, before AI, it was a really heavy lift. And now with AI, we have the ability to look at skilling. I think, Carl, something else that I would say is that a lot of the work that we're doing it in partnership. Because the more that we're able to demystify a bit of the technology to have these great use cases, we help people understand what's next for them, because I do believe that there will be quite a bit of change. And so to wrap that all up, I would just say this is a moment for learning. It doesn't matter how long you've been in the workforce, you need to embrace learning. For those of us that design experience, it's a moment for us to really ask, what do we want the employee experience to be? And then to lean into how technology and partnership can really make a difference.
Yeah, well, Fran, we thank you for your partnership.
Thank you.
We congratulate you on an incredible 29-year career at Cisco. I can't wait to see what you're going to achieve in the next 29 years at Cisco. I know you're going to keep powering the company forward. You're going to leverage AI. You're going to do it in a very human-centric way. And with you at the helm, leading the people organization at Cisco, I know you will be future-ready all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking Fran, the amazing leader at Cisco. Thank you, Fran.
Hey, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
With that, we'd like to welcome to the stage Sherry Rhodes, our Chief Customer Officer. Sherry.
Hello. Do you ever have that moment of panic? All of a sudden, you've got a lot of people showing up at your house. You're making dinner, and you forget the most important ingredient. There's relief, and there's a solution, and that's the value of Instacart to me. It takes a very time-consuming task and makes it easy. While Instacart wasn't always known as just a grocery store delivery, it's now actually a grocery technology delivery company with over 1,800 partners in their retail network and marketplace and 600 digital storefronts that their technology powers. They are bringing their mission to life of expanding access to the food people love and giving us all more time together. This mission is fueled by a people-first strategy. And fortunately, they have the Workday platform as their underlying foundation, and they're using Extend to actually drive innovation and a better customer experience. So this morning, I am thrilled to have a conversation with Christina Hall, Chief People Officer for Instacart. But before I bring her out, we're going to watch a short video.
Nice to be here.
That was close. It's good. So I'm super excited to have you here. You have been the Chief People Officer for during a transformational change, high growth. What an incredible. So for those that don't know Instacart, maybe talk a little bit about your role, the culture, and kind of your people forward strategies.
Sure. Thank you. I'd love to. I'm thrilled to be here. As the Chief People Officer at Instacart, I really see my role as lifting people up so they can do their best work. And obviously, when they do their best work, then we're doing the best work for our customers, our partners, and even the community. The crazy growth that we've had was really because of the things that Instacart could deliver during a tough time for many communities. In terms of my team, that means really supporting people through everything from the hiring, retaining, engagement, and making an engaging culture. So that's been a really important part of my job. And something that just makes me feel excited to work there sort of is both that role I get to play with people and our mission, as you talked about, bringing people the food they love and more time to enjoy it. And I think that's so meaningful for all of our customers, busy working parents, caregivers, students. I feel good about what we do for people every day.
I love that. I heard you kind of have a special program for your employees. What do you call it?
Many of the programs that we have, one I was going to talk about today is called Kale Blazers.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that.
We love a food pun, so,
Making me hungry for lunch.
Exactly. You want to hear a little bit, Kale?
Yeah, let's hear about it.
Sure. Carl mentioned, the AI-powered nature of the future, and at Instacart, we really felt like it was very important that we created an AI enablement initiative that worked for everyone at the company, but we wanted to be really thoughtful about it. So we created these roles called Kale Blazers, where we have a representative of every major function in the org who is the trailblazer for that organization in terms of thinking about where they should implement AI and how. So lawyers aren't telling engineers how to use AI, and engineers aren't telling lawyers how to use AI, but that team's really working together to implement it responsibly throughout the organization.
I love how you're putting them in the driver's seat to really own the AI, which is amazing. So beyond recruiting, maybe what other has surprised you? How have you used AI kind of within the organization?
The recruiting piece, of course, we did in my own organization, but one of the things we did for the whole company was, and super simple, we created AI prompts for managers doing annual reviews so that instead of having to think about how they were going to talk about someone's performance or the form of the document, that was a snap, and then they could focus on coaching and delivering important messages.
I love that. And then you heard our message yesterday, which is AI-powered, human-centric, and forever forward. But how do you think about that in terms of creating processes using Extend? Because I know you're, like I mentioned, you're a big Extend customer. How has that shown up?
Extend has been really great for us when we think about our performance review process overall. Before Extend, when we did calibrations and then made final decisions about people's ratings and promotions, we had this mix of tools, and it was a pretty messy mishmash. We had Lattice, we had Workday, we also had Google Sheets, and we were always toggling between those things to get the information in the right place. And of course, that ends up creating a lot of lag. So a lot of times there'd be a calibration, and it could be up to 5 days before the results of that showed up in the documents where we're making final decisions, which isn't a great experience for managers. And of course, a lot of extra work for HR. So Extend really provided the customization that allowed us to have a single source of truth for all that.
I love that. So nice to be able to get rid of those spreadsheets.
It was
for
great.
sure. So talk a little bit maybe about the impact that had across the organization.
Sure. You know, it is so nice to have sort of a new tool now that allows managers to more deeply trust the information they're getting, which is so important when you're making these big decisions. In the end result also meant that we had much better engagement from managers, with almost 90% completing the whole process. And for HR, it saved us over 60 hours, which is just a lot of time. And of course, it reduced errors in any sort of manual transitions. So all those things were just a game changer for us.
That's great. So when you think about, kind of text fading into the background, right? You're bringing your employees to the front, which is awesome through these techniques and technologies. But, as you continue the journey, how do you think, that innovation is going to continue to be adopted, whether it's Workday Foundation, the foundational components, or Extend, or even the other tools that you've seen?
Yeah. I mean, the beauty of it for me is that the solid foundation of Workday and then the customization of Extend really lends itself to a lot of things that we could do. So we've been thinking about other complicated processes that maybe mix a lot of tools where we could fix things. And so one is like a simple thing, but relocations. When an employee has to move, there's sort of a complicated set of things they have to go through depending on where they're moving, and we could create one simplified process there. There's a couple other ideas we have in the hopper as well. I don't know, one, and with the love of a food pun, is something we're calling pastry, which will hopefully be icing on the cake, which would smooth out the process of offer to onboarding and sort of make sure that all that data flows through from recruiting to ops and then to the rest of the organization as the person starts.
Well, you had me at cake. So anybody that knows me, I have
Everyone
a sweet
loves
tooth,
it.
so I love that one. I just want to thank you for joining me today. What you've given us is a powerful outlook of how you're kind of using the foundation, but then adding that innovation and experimentation on top to really change your customer and your employee experience. So I'm super thankful that Christina joined me. So let's give her a warm round of applause. Thanks so much. With that, I'm going to introduce Rob Enslin to the stage. He's our Chief Commercial Officer and President at Workday.
Thanks, Sherry. Morning, everybody. Morning. I think I've got the coolest section today. Rising is all about celebrating bold leadership and big ideas. And today we get to hear a story that combines both. I'm thrilled to be joined by leaders who are reimagining what it takes to deliver one of the most complex events on the planet, the Olympic and Paralympic Games. Behind the scenes, it takes bold vision, strong partnerships, and technology as the backbone to bring it all to life. But at the center of it all is the human experience. For the athletes who compete, the communities who host, and the billions watching around the world. Please welcome Jason Gazardes, CEO of Deloitte US, along with two amazing leaders shaping Los Angeles 28, LA 28, Danny Coblin, Chief Operations Officer, Janet Evans, three-time Olympian and Chief Athlete Officer. But before they come out, please roll the video.
There's more to the Olympic and Paralympic Games than sport. If you want to.
Straight onto the scene.
That's a tech transformation game.
Yes.
Launch a movement.
Empower everyone you can game.
Create a bigger wake.
Let's go.
Shape the future game. That's why LA 28 teamed with Deloitte to envision how hosting the games can create lasting advantage for the city, fans, and
the game I'm in.
Deloitte, proud sponsor of progress.
Let's give it up for Danny, Jason, and Janet. Janet's leading up. can even stand if you want to. Way to go. Welcome, Janet. Danny, Jason, thanks for joining us. I think the audience loved that. It was a huge round of applause. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to start with Danny. Danny, you were there when there was just a small team and a big dream. Bringing the games back to Los Angeles. How has that journey shaped your vision for LA 28 and the kind of organization you're building today?
Well, thank you so much for having us here today. We love to tell our story and talk about the games. I've been working on this project since 2014 when we were just three of us in a conference room having this dream to build what at the time was the 2024 games, but transitioned into the 2028 games in September of 2017. But my journey really started in 1984. I was a 10-year-old kid growing up in Los Angeles. I lived right off of Olympic Boulevard, which was a legacy of the 1932 games. And I remember walking up to my street corner and seeing the torch relay run by. I went to the Coliseum with my dad and saw Carl Lewis win his first gold medal in the long jump. I went to Westwood Village, right on the campus of UCLA where the athletes were hosted, and traded pins with the New Zealand field hockey team. I mean, these memories are just insane to think about. And while I wasn't as fortunate as my friend Janet here to use that to propel me into an Olympic champion, it did help me think about the power of sport and what sport can do to change lives, what sport can do to build and strengthen communities, what sport can do to really connect the world. And it's this passion, it's this belief, it's this vision that really motivates me every day and our team every day into delivering what we know will be the best games this world has ever seen. It's just a small feat we
What a dream.
accomplish.
Dream coming to reality. You building it. It's awesome. I'm going to pass the next question over to Janet. Janet, you've competed in the games 3 times and won 4 gold medals. Awesome. You know better than anyone what it feels like to step onto this stage, that stage, as an athlete. How does that experience give you a unique perspective in your role today? And how does it shape the way you advocate for athletes inside the organization?
Well, thank you. Thank you also for having us here today. We're very happy to be here. My title is Chief Athlete Officer, so it's kind of a fun title. And so my role every day is to ensure that across all functional areas of LA 28, we are putting athletes at the heart of what we do, because we are a big business, right? We have a lot going on, but at the heart of the games are our athletes, and they are our major stakeholders. So when we make decisions at LA 28, we have to make decisions that help the athletes, because we have a lot of athletes coming from all over the world, over 15,000, and this is their moment. So it's important for us to make sure we get it right for them. So my role is a really great role because I get to see what we're doing, and I get to say, hey, have you thought about this, from the athlete point of view? And, I lived in 3 Olympic villages. I took the buses to the swimming pool. I ate in the dining hall. And so I think having this role at LA 28 has, brought me closer to a lot of the younger athletes, so it keeps me young. But it also is an incredible role because we are shaping what our games will look like for athletes. So when we leave and the games are over, these athletes can have that legacy to lean into and go forth and conquer wherever life takes them after that, which is the whole point of the Olympic and Paralympic Games.
They'll have memories forever.
Yes, absolutely.
So Danny and Janet, the Olympics and the Paralympic Games are the largest stage in sports. Could you lay out the size and scope of the games and the workforce required to deliver a seamless experience? Maybe even take us through how many are employed today and what it's going to look like in the future.
Well, I'll start with some of the sporting side of it. As I just mentioned, there's going to be over 15,000 athletes between the 2 games, about 10,500 at the Olympic Games and about 5,000 coming to the Paralympic Games. The metrics are really amazing. Over 15 million ticketed spectators. Hosting the Olympic Games for 17 days is like hosting 4 Dodgers seasons
full Dodgers seasons condensed into 17 days, or 7 Super Bowls in 17 days. And so a lot of people, a lot of moving parts, a lot of organization and delivery really required. So the numbers are really staggering. Really staggering. Yeah.
Yeah, and as you can imagine, putting all those things on requires a very dedicated workforce. And as I mentioned, when I started on this in 2014, there was 3 of us, and during the bid, that scaled to about 30. And then we had an extra 4 years to plan, more time than any other organizing committee in history has been able to plan a games. And so we were really slow in how we built that workforce. We were intentional in the activity that we're doing. But this year, we started with about 100 people. By the end of this year, we'll be to over 500 people. By the end of 26, we'll be over 1,000 people. By the end of 27, we'll be over 2,000 people. And by the time the games are here in 2028, we will be over 4,000 full-time employees, plus 75,000 volunteers, plus tens of thousands of contractors. I mean, you can imagine why my hair looks like this now. I had a full head of hair when I started on this project. But now we're really getting deep and deep and deep into this. But like I mentioned before, we have such a dedicated workforce that's so excited about the mission and the values of what the games represents. And we have no doubt that we're going to deliver something that everybody's going to be proud of.
It's crazy. It's just crazy to hear. Let me turn over to Jason and Danny. From your perspectives, how are Deloitte and LA28 working together to meet the scale and speed of the games? And how is technology powering the effort behind the scenes?
Well, first, Rob, I want to congratulate you and the entire Workday team for an amazing Rising. This is it's an honor to be here with all of you, and we're committed to Workday's success, but also our mutual client success. And it's actually the right sort of mindset also for our relationship with LA28 and the IOC. You know, Deloitte is very proud to be a partner with LA28, and you know, the way to think about LA28 is it's the mother of all go-lives. I mean, July 14th of 2028 is the opening ceremonies, and think about all the things Danny just mentioned that have to come to life. And you know, to have American legend and Janet here, you know, sharing and advocating for the athletes, we want LA28 to be a huge success. And as an IOC technology partner and a partner with LA28, we think it's Deloitte's obligation, responsibility, and opportunity to help bring all these constituencies and capabilities together. And so I hope and I commit to Danny and the rest of the LA28 team that all of the expectations that any client would have of a partner like Deloitte need to be brought to bear. This, yes, it's all about sport, but it's also about logistics. It's also about transportation. It's also about healthcare for the athletes and the spectators and all the others that are associated with the games, the communications infrastructure, the technology infrastructure. So all of those competencies and capabilities need to come together to support the ramp up of LA28. And that's what we're trying to bring to bear. And I also think the way LA28 and the IOC are collaborating around reusable technology that's leverageable for LA28 and the games beyond is another important way to have the games be sustainable. So they can be in other cities and other parts of the world that may not have the capabilities or the infrastructure like LA to invest. And look, there's never been a more important time for the Olympic spirit in our view. I mean, it brings the world together to celebrate sport, but to show that we can come together as a global community around sport, I think is really the opportunity of the Olympic spirit.
Danny, do you want to add to that?
We've been fortunate to have Deloitte sitting with us side by side from the very beginning. And even during the bid days, Deloitte was a partner of the USOPC and Team USA, and previously had been a partner of London 2012. And so the amount of learnings that Deloitte was able to bring to us as a bid team and now as an organizing committee has been immense. I mean, thinking about how we structure our team, how we leverage those first 4 years that there was no blueprint for. We needed to figure out what were those key activities. So Deloitte was helping us with that. And as Jason mentioned, you know, sitting in the middle of all this technology integration with, you know, getting all these various platforms to talk together across timing and scoring, across accreditation, across transportation, you know, cybersecurity is a huge piece of what Deloitte is helping us think through. So we're very fortunate to have had that experience. And having their team sitting side by side with us every step of the way.
I mean, every organization is going through tech modernization. The Olympics is no different. That is certainly their challenge.
On the tech modernization, Jason, if you go beyond LA 28, what innovations excite you?
Well, there's many. I think obviously the center of it is the fan experience. I mean, we have an opportunity, Danny and I were discussing, to set an example in LA 20 about how immersive a fan experience could be to connect the next generation of fans to great athletes like Janet and all the other incredible sports that bring us closer together as humanity. And so how do you think about the fan experience, everything from the purchase of tickets to concessions to security to actually being immersed in the event and tracking and understanding the science of what the athletes do and the incredible feats that they achieve. So fan experience is obviously where we're most excited. But the other thing about LA 28 is I think a testament to Danny's work and Reynolds and Casey and the rest of the team is trying to bring the community of LA together. So the Olympics leaves LA better. It's important for California. It's important for LA to demonstrate we can support small businesses. We can create skills and capabilities in the community that last beyond LA 28. So I think technology will enable a lot of that in terms of the hiring, the skill building, and connecting to the community.
That's awesome. I'm going to turn over to Janet. You've lived the athlete experience yourself. When you think about a future-forward athlete-first games, what does it mean to you? And how do you hope that the human spirit carries through not only to competitors, but also to communities in Los Angeles and to audiences around the world?
Great question. I'm going to tell a little Olympic story. Everyone loves an Olympic story to get to my point. So in 1996, I was swimming in my final Olympic Games. I was 24 years old. So do the math. You can figure out how old I am now, unfortunately. And so I was kind of questioning what athletics meant to me, what being an Olympic champion meant to me, and what my future platform was going to be, because I believe that every athlete should take their success and use that to better the world. I mean, I think that's the greatest part about being an athlete and having a platform. I had been asked to carry the Olympic torch into the Olympic Stadium to help light the cauldron, to kick off the 96 Games. And I was at this crossroads of sport. And so I walked into this dark stadium. There were 10,000 athletes on the infield and 1 billion people watching on television. And Evander Holyfield passed me the Olympic torch. And I started running very slowly, because I'm a swimmer, around the Olympic track. Very slowly, because I was going to fall and light the whole stadium on fire. I started running very slowly. And, I was a Team USA athlete, obviously. I ate with the Team USA. I had dorms with the Team USA, and so I was always at the Olympics to win. And here I was, running this Olympic torch, worrying about tiring out my legs, because I had to swim the next day. And I looked to my left, and there were all of these athletes, 10,000 athletes that had come to Atlanta to swim, or to compete, not swim, to compete in their Olympic Games. And 90% of the athletes that come to the Olympics don't win medals, 90% of them. But they were there, and they were representing their countries, and they were representing their parents that got up every day and took them to practice, and they were representing what sport meant to them. And as I looked at these athletes and they were watching me run slowly this torch, I had this moment where I realized that the Olympics is really about being present and being part of something and being in the moment. And that's why we love the Olympics, because they bring out the best in us and they inspire us. You guys aren't going to all go out and swim the 1,500 meter freestyle like me, but the Olympics inspire you to be different and be what you can be. And so I realized in that moment that the Olympics is about a lot more than winning. And then I got up to the top of the ramp, and who was standing there but Muhammad Ali, if any of you remember. And he lit that cauldron, and he wasn't well, but there was a look in his eye when I passed him that flame that said, I'm going to be present, I'm going to be here, I'm going to do this. And later in his life, we talked about how that moment shaped him, and it also shaped me. And that's why we love the Olympics. And so my role at LA28 and Danny's role and Deloitte's role with Jason is to really help athletes have that moment that takes them forward. And that's why we love the Olympic Games. That's why we love the Paralympic Games. And at the end of the day, with all of this, I think it's why we get up every morning and do what we do, because we are going to give 15,000 athletes the most incredible experience. And that's why we love it.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
So what an incredible conversation. The scale, the speed, and the ambition of the games show what's possible when vision, leadership, and technology come together. But what really shines through is the human impact. Janet, your focus on the athlete experience reminds us what it's ultimately all about. The people who bring the games to life, the communities that rally around them, and the global audience that connects through them. And that's something everyone here can relate to, whether we're talking about athletes on the world stage or our employees in our organizations. It's all about creating environments where people can thrive, grow, and do their best work. In this age of rapid innovation and AI, keeping the human experience at the center has never mattered more. You're setting a powerful example of what it means to embrace the future of work. Jason, Danny, Janet, thank you for sharing your journey. And I know all of us will be watching the games with more pride and inspiration. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Please welcome back Chief Customer Officer Sherry Rhodes, and please welcome Chief Revenue Officer Patrick Blair.
Well, it's incredible to be back up here to celebrate our rock star customers. As Emma talked about earlier today in the keynote, Rising is all about our community and spotlighting our customer voices. I loved hearing from Fran from Cisco and Christina from Instacart, and it's so powerful to hear about the impact that they're making and the employee experience that they are creating.
Absolutely. It was so cool listening to that last conversation. I mean, Janet Evans, unbelievable that she's here. But I loved hearing from Rob and Jason and about LA28 and all the amazing things they're doing to reimagining the Olympic Games and just what Danny and Janet are doing to build the future of their organization. So we've had a lot of great content and we've got more to go. And this is the most exciting part. We get to honor our customers.
Yes, it is. So we're highlighting your success and real business impact through our customer awards. This year, we received 270 nominations, close to a 20% increase from last year. And the awards span 5 categories: innovation, project delivery, and business impact. Our panel included industry analysts, Workday leaders, as well as last year's recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award, Dave Smalley.
And like last year, each one of the winners, not only do they get a gold record, but they get a $5,000 donation for a charity of their choice to bring all of their goodness back into their communities.
Love that.
Ready to get started?
Yes.
All right, let's go on the awards. Okay, our first award is the Global Workforce Transformation Award. This award goes to the customer who doesn't just use Workday, they leverage it for real change in their business. They create a more efficient and productive environment for their global workplace, giving their employees the tools they need to be agile and effective. Okay, let's take a look at the award nominees. We have Accenture, Cisco, and Royal Bank of Canada. Okay, our first winner tackled a huge problem in their business. Their access management process lacked real-time visibility. And the impact on the business was they had compliance issues and they had poor user experience. By using Extend combined with GenAI, which we've been talking about a lot, they created a single secure hub to automate and centralize all the access for over 800,000 employees. The benefit that they gave them was absolutely incredible. The number of employee-initiated access requests jumped from 20% to over 61% in just 6 months. And the bulk of the service functions saved 15 minutes per week, which is over 15,000 hours a year. I'm honored to announce the winner this year is Accenture. And accepting on behalf of Accenture is Linda Warner, Corporate Solution Award Architect, and also Ashok Vira, who is their Global CIO of HR function. Come on out, you guys. Congratulations. Come over here. Congratulations. Well done. Congrats, my friend. Here, stand right here. Take a picture. Okay, great. Congrats.
Next up, we have our Powering Innovation Award. This goes to the customers who are shaping the future, pioneering new business territory and capabilities, and driving groundbreaking results. So the finalists are Instacart, Medical University of South Carolina, and the University of Tampa. Our winner consolidated 63 legacy systems into Workday. And in the beginning, they had a little adoption constraints. So to address this, they deployed journeys, articles, and on-demand learning to help employees become more self-sufficient. By leveraging generative AI and using their expansive experience, they led to increased ROI. It's also worth noting that they've actually turned on every AI feature since 2023. So they are a leader. The winner is the Medical University of South Carolina. Accepting on behalf of MUSC is Lori Culp, Associate Information Officers. Congratulations.
Okay, up next is the Finance for the Future Award. This is an award for the finance team that is stepping way ahead of their business. They've used automation to streamline their business in the finance side and on the finance and spend processing side, which gives them time to deliver everything they need for their business with deep, deep insights. This work has helped them become a strategic partner that drives the business across their entire enterprise. Our finalists are Ameriprise Financial, Belk, and Snowflake. So this winner took their financial process and made them very flexible and scalable where they hadn't been before. They used Extend, they used Prism, and they used Direct Intercompany that they created an allocation subsystem that eliminated over 800 allocation rules and automated in intercompany entries, which eliminated an incredible 21,000 manual entries every year. They saved countless hours and helped them speed up all of their month-end close. Now their financial system is not just a static system, it's actually a living, breathing platform. And their financial team is leading all of that transformation across the business. And the winner is Ameriprise Financial. Accepting for Ameriprise Financial is Jenny Baxter. She's the Senior Director of Finance Applications for them, as well as Indajat Mukherjee, and he's the Director of Finance Applications and Systems Configuration and Administration. Come on out, you guys. Congrats.
We have just 2 awards left. The next is our Future Ready Award. These are customers that celebrate and are changing and building for the future. They're using Workday to create a more resilient, agile organization that's ready to take on anything that the future holds. Our finalists are Dow, Genesys, and Jabil. Facing fragmented talent processes and limited visibility into workforce capabilities, this winner actually leveraged Workday as a foundation for a skills transformation. They mapped over 3,500 skills to 95% of their workforce, unlocking the data needed for smarter internal development. By activating tools like Career Hub and Mentor Matching, they saw a 54% increase in their engagement across the employees, with 83% of employees feeling confident using these tools can really make a difference. And the winner is Dow. Accepting on behalf of Dow is Sarah Jo Rowley, Associate HR Technology Director, and Jason Scheffer, Associate Management Director. Congratulations.
Okay, we're at our final award. I got this one. Okay, our final award is for the Rapid Time to Value Award, which goes to the customer who moves at the speed of their business. They've used a smart, rapid approach to developing on Workday, delivering real value to their organization in record time. Our finalists are EMD, Motion Picture Association, and Sphera. Our winner self-deployed in under 60 days a full new Workday Help product, and they replaced their old HR customer service platform in under 60 days. It's pretty incredible. And they did this by leveraging Workday AI writing capabilities and Workday Assist. They achieved a remarkable 45% reduction in their year-over-year ticket volume. We're talking about hundreds and hundreds of hours, maybe even thousands of hours of savings in a single year. It's an incredible win, not only for them, but everyone throughout their company. All of the colleagues in the business are benefiting from this now. And the winner is Sphera. And accepting on behalf of Sphera is Nicholas Price, VP of Global Total Rewards and HR Operations, and Kimberly Kolb. She's the Chief Human Resource Officer. Congratulations, guys. Come on out. Well done. Thank you. Don't drop it. You guys take it. Absolutely.
So let's give all of our nominees and winners today another round of applause.
We have an awesome night planned for you at Duran Duran. So we'll see you all there tonight. Looking forward to enjoying it together.
But wait, hold on. Hold on to your hats. There's actually one more award that needs to be handed out.
What award is that? We'll see.
We'll see.
There we go. All right. Well, that was a first. Thank you, Patrick and Sherry. What an incredible showcase of innovation on the Workday platform. And let's give out our winners and finalists another big hand.
You'll see the backdrop behind me has changed to a view of the Jack Steiner in Truckee. This is a special place for us because it's where Dave and I came up with the idea for Workday 20 years ago. We're both diner people, and this was our greasy spoon place. Every few years we get together here just to relive that founding moment and eat bad chili. It's actually pretty good chili there. As we celebrate our 20th birthday this year, it's a perfect way to kick off one of my favorite moments of Rising, our Workday Lifetime Customer Achievement Award. The award honors individuals who have demonstrated a long-term commitment to innovating with the Workday platform and have played an integral role in driving our entire community forward. This year's winner, a friend for many years, is a true IT leader and visionary and was the first woman to top Computer Weekly's ranking of the 100 most influential people in technology. What truly sets her apart is her commitment to leveraging technology to drive real-world impact. With over 30 years of experience in leading IT transformation, she's been a 3-time Workday customer in 3 completely different industries. First as Global CIO at Thomson Reuters in 2010, then as Global CIO at Unilever in 2014, and now as Chief Information Officer and Digital Officer at Mass General Brigham. In each instance, she personally led the change to select and implement Workday, not just as a replacement for legacy systems, but as a catalyst for continuous innovation and growth. It gives me great honor to present Jane Moran with this year's Workday Lifetime Achievement Award. Jane, please join me on stage. Come to the diner.
I know, I didn't know if you were going to make it out or not. It was a little dicey there. What a day, Anil, and what a great honor. And I have to tell everybody, it has been a great day. I was in the makeup room with Janet Evans. Literally, this has made my whole year, this award and that, so.
It's pretty amazing meeting an Olympian because you just know
I was
they're the best in the world.
I was a fangirl back there. I was a swimmer, and it was really fun. So anyway.
That's right. So let's start with just a couple questions. Let's go back to your time at Thomson Reuters. At the time, Flextronics was our biggest customer.
Yeah.
But a lot simpler than Thomson Reuters. You had complex business processes, a very diverse workforce. What gave you the confidence to choose a young company like Workday?
Well, I had known you guys, the reputation of you and Dave, but you were building this, it was sort of how you were building the company, and you guys were all about building a cloud-based platform from the ground up and collaborating with customers. So there was a lot of really positive feedback in the industry about the company around how you were collaborating. And at the time we looked at Workday, it wasn't quite fit for purpose for Thomson Reuters. We operated very internationally, as you know, in 70 countries. And I remember some of those first conversations. You were like, no, we're going to partner with you. And I was like, okay, I've heard that before, but seriously, we went out to Pleasanton. You and Dave were in the meetings. Your CTO was in the meetings, and we really had these in-depth conversations. And I also remember you really encouraged us to bring our business partners with us, and that was really different. As a technologist, it was usually the technology teams from the companies going out to see the tech companies. But you guys were really insistent, no, you've got to bring the HR team with you, the finance team with you. And honestly, that was a real game changer for us.
Well, it was a special project for us. Dave and I look back on that project very fondly, especially when you went live. It was a long process.
I'm glad, because I think we did give you guys a pretty hard time.
So after that successful implementation, you go on to an even more global company.
Yes.
You moved to Unilever and championed Workday there as well. What was that experience like?
That was a really rapid implementation, if you recall. So we operated at Unilever in like 190 countries, something like that. And it was really crazy. And we, had a lot of support from our HR team to move very quickly. And there was some other pressures, sort of regulatory, et cetera. And the Workday team really kind of descended on us in London to really kind of help us through the process. And that was great. It was a real collaboration effort. We were driving some change in the platform again, made a few trips back out to Pleasanton, and it was very successful. So really, really good.
I remember talking to you after you decided to take a break for a little bit and
Yeah.
leave Unilever. And you said, I want to do something that gives back.
Yeah.
And so you decided to become the CIO at Mass General Brigham, where you are today, which is one of the finest research institutions on the planet and really does impact healthcare in an incredibly positive way. Few places like it in the world.
Yeah.
And once again, you chose Workday. We feel very lucky. Thank you. What drove that decision? It's a different type of business.
It is a different type of business. I'm new to healthcare. I've been there 4 years. We're one of the biggest, if not the biggest, medical research institution in the country. And so I knew that, again, Workday at that time wasn't quite ready for us. And I knew that we could partner with you guys and work through sort of what we needed to do for research, for grants management. And we did financials and HR, and that was the first time I had done that all at the same time. So it was a big bang, but it turned out great. And it's really driven a lot of efficiency for the administrative processes. I mean, I know we talk about it, but when you see it in action, especially, in healthcare, our care teams, our doctors and nurses do not have time to sit on computers and fill out whatever. And so this has really helped us quite a bit within the organization to take that.
That's great to hear. So as you look back across the 3 different projects, is there a common thread that led you back to Workday each time? And what would that be?
Well, I think there's an element of trust. I mean, in terms of the partnership, you guys are really super down to earth and you really actually care about your customers. I've always felt that. I also think there's just kind of a side benefit in that kind of 2 different ways. The collaboration within the organization, every single place that I've worked, that our business partners and technology partners end up becoming really pretty good friends through the process. We really get to know each other and appreciate each other. And then, you mentioned Flextronics, like Dave Smalley is a good friend. I've met so many peers in this industry. I think you really encourage that. And it's been great.
Well, thank you, Jane. And we had another person who wanted to come out and also congratulate you on the Lifetime Achievement Award. Carl, you want to come out?
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
What a setting for the 2 of you.
Oh, geez. Yeah, this is great. Thank you. I'm thrilled.
This is on behalf of Anil, myself, all of our workmates in our Workday community. We just want to congratulate you and thank you for all you've done for Workday over the years. We greatly appreciate you. And I know Anil has done a great job speaking to you about how you've been on your own journey, and it's probably a great one, and we're grateful for you. So
thank you. I'm grateful to you guys, too. Thank you.
In addition, we have a signed guitar from Billy Idol for you. And you mentioned yesterday that you are now a golfer.
Oh, geez.
So we're getting you a brand new set of golf clubs.
Oh, that's so
This is the first of them.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And we'll have these sent to you.
We're going to get our picture quick, Anil.
Okay.
Thank you again. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I just take a quick picture?
Yeah.
With the diner in the background. Don't take that away. Too late. They can't stop it. Okay. I got to get a picture of you with that. Come on. You got to stand in front of it. There we go. That's good. All right.
All right. Anil, get over here. Come here. Come here.
That was obviously not planned. Okay.
Yes. Get over here.
Yeah, okay.
It's so good when you can do this to your chairman of the board, give him directions. So, Anil, I hope you realize we threw one hell of a birthday party for you in Workday. 20 years.
Yeah.
And I hope you have had a few moments this week where you just stopped, you reflect, and look back upon this incredible journey that you and Dave did. How's it been this week for you?
It's been amazing. The scale of all this is kind of mind-blowing to think about starting a company in a diner, and now all of you are here. And, I look forward to the next 20 years.
Yeah.
So,
great.
And I've been texting with Dave, and he's super grateful as well. So.
Yeah. Well, Anil, on behalf of our past workmates, our current 20,000 workmates, our 11,000 customers around the world, our more than 2,000 partners we have, we just want to say thank you. You sat down in that diner 20 years ago with a bold, audacious idea to create a company that no one thought could do. Anil, you did it. And because of that, myself and all of us get to be associated with probably one of the most iconic enterprise software companies of our generation. And I just want to thank you on behalf of the entire Workday community, past, present, and future, for what you did and your vision. You're an amazing human being, you're a great friend, and I can't thank you enough. Folks, let's give it up for Anil Bhusri, please.
Well.
Yes, please. No talking, you're done. Okay, you're the best. All right. Anil Bhusri, folks. Wow. For those of you who know me, I can get emotional. I held that shit together. Yeah, that's pretty special. An amazing man, and I'm super grateful to him and Dave. On Monday, we stood on this stage and we said we were going to have the biggest, boldest, baddest, most innovative Workday Rising ever. You tell me, how'd we do? I want to thank everyone who was up here on stage on Monday in the great innovation keynote that we had yesterday, from Anil, Garrett, Ashna, Jerry, Joel, to everyone that joined us here on stage. It's been an absolutely tremendous week. At Rising, we said we wanted to do something. We wanted to have a celebration of you, our community. And I think we've had one hell of a celebration this week. Well, we're not done yet. We're going to keep this rolling because tonight we're going to have a great party. And I don't know if anyone knows who's the headliner tonight. You're wrong. Because back by popular demand this year, yeah, go ahead, laugh. You want me to start again? Actually, I'm not, because my best friend and my wife said, Carl, please don't ever do that again. You all deserve true legends. And tonight, the party's going to continue, and we're going to bring to you Duran Duran. Get ready to party. But the party doesn't stop tonight. I'm going to ask you to party for another year on your own or with us, because in 1 year, we're going to get back together at Rising 2026 in Las Vegas. Mark your calendars for October 12th through 15th. We're going to be together at the Venetian, and we're going to once again bring an even more bigger, bolder, badder, more innovative Rising to all of you. Folks, in closing, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for joining our 20th birthday celebration. Thank you for all of you coming to Rising. I also want to thank you for your partnership. We don't take it for granted. It absolutely means the world to us. We thank you for your trust. It's critically important that you trust us and we trust you. And last, we thank you for your friendship. Because business is not always all business. It's built on trust and friendships. Friends, this is your moment. It's your opportunity to reimagine what is truly possible, to lead, to motivate, to build trust amongst yourselves and your employees, and to transform your organizations. I hope you all leave Rising this week inspired to inspire. This week we said we wanted to build the new Workday. Folks, here's what I know. Workday cannot do it alone. You cannot do it alone. But together, we can do anything. Folks, let's go build the new Workday together. Thank you.
Wow. The keynote hall is emptying out, and the buzz seems to be about the powerful customer stories we just saw on stage. From the incredible scale of the LA 28 Olympic Games to the insights from Cisco's leadership, it's clear that these stories really resonated. Let's go to the broadcast studio where Rogerio and Carrie are standing by to break it down.
Thank you, Nathan. And powerful is an understatement. Welcome to our special post-keynote show. Over the next 30 minutes, Carrie and I are going to recap all the incredible customer stories and special moments that we just saw on the main stage.
That's right. It's an important reminder that behind all the innovation and technology, that it's the people that make it all work. The keynote was definitely a testament to the strength and spirit of the Workday community.
Absolutely. And one of the highlights was Aneel Bhusri honoring a true pioneer with a Lifetime Customer Achievement Award. Let's relive that moment now.
As we celebrate our 20th birthday this year, it's a perfect way to kick off one of my favorite moments of Rising, our Workday Lifetime Customer Achievement Award. The award honors individuals who have demonstrated a long-term commitment to innovating with the Workday platform and have played an integral role in driving our entire community forward. This year's winner, a friend for many years, is a true IT leader and visionary and was the first woman to top Computer Weekly's ranking of the 100 most influential people in technology. What truly sets her apart is her commitment to leveraging technology to drive real-world impact. With over 30 years of experience in leading IT transformation, she's been a 3-time Workday customer in 3 completely different industries. First as Global CIO at Thomson Reuters in 2010, then as Global CIO at Unilever in 2014, and now as Chief Information Officer and Digital Officer at Mass General Brigham. In each instance, she personally led the change to select and implement Workday, not just as a replacement for legacy systems, but as a catalyst for continuous innovation and growth. It gives me great honor to present Jane Moran with this year's Workday Lifetime Achievement Award.
What a moment, honoring a true visionary, Mass General Brigham's Jane Moran. She joins us live with Workday's Sherry Rhodes and our roving reporter, Amir.
Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Carrie. Jane, congratulations on receiving this year's Lifetime Achievement Award. So well deserved. And what does this recognition mean to you, and how does it reflect the spirit of the Workday community?
Well, first of all, I'm super honored. As you know, Anil and Dave they are rock stars in the industry.
Absolutely.
But what they've built really represents so many people at Workday and the customers, really building things for customers. They're really customer focused. And I'm really proud of the work that we've done together. I really feel like I've been part of the journey, and I'm happy for the change that we've been able to influence for the companies that I've worked for.
I think it says a lot that you went to all these different companies and you kept going back to Workday again and again.
Yeah, it's a real partnership. I really feel like they truly care. And, if you ask me, one word that comes to mind with those two guys is trust.
Absolutely. Yes. Now, Sherry, earlier you recognized 5 winners of Workday's North American Customer Awards. What do you think is the common thread that unites all of those winners and other Workday customers in general?
We have so many amazing rock star customers. But, really, when we look at kind of the thread that takes them all through in terms of being human-centric, AI-powered, future-ready, it's really that shared innovation and that shared thinking about what's possible across the landscape. And they're just so creative and thoughtful about how they're leaning into the platform. I just love that innovation pulse.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. And Jane, you've been a Workday customer here 3 different times over your career.
Yes.
How did Workday help your teams stay human-centric, future-ready, 2 of the themes of this year's Workday Rising, through those times of change?
Well, I think the way that they work. So, like I said, encouraging us to have those conversations, getting the business teams together, our users, employees, and Workday, and our consulting partners, and really having us all work together, I think was just instrumental in sort of the how we do this. And then I will say that Workday constantly innovates. So they're always bringing us really good ideas about change. And they're not afraid to make changes on their technology platform or to their business processes that would help their customers. So I really appreciate that.
How is that, just a personal question, how was that experience being on that stage, on that diner with Anil, like having that moment and sharing that with him?
I mean, I'm just thrilled. Like he's such a down-to-earth, nice person.
Yeah.
Like it's just, he's just one of those people that has just had an amazing career. And I know so many people look up to Anil. I do too. I mean, what he's done and what he's built. And he really cares about his employees and what he's doing. So just a thrill.
I think that means a lot coming from you, a customer. So final question for you guys.
Yeah.
As we look ahead to the future of work in this AI-powered world, what advice would you give to the next generation of leaders in finance, HR, and IT? We'll get answers from both, but Jane, let's have you go first.
I wouldn't be scared of AI. I think you need to lean into it. I think that it's not going to replace jobs. I think it's going to augment the experience.
Right.
And I really believe in learning and lifelong learning. And so I would recommend that people start to learn about AI and how it can influence change for the better.
Yeah, I love that. And Sherry, what about you?
Shane said it so well, but I would say, when you think about the technology, it's always going to innovate, it's always going to change, and it's that human-centric portion that's so critical to make sure that we're kind of progressing and working and connecting. And so to me, it's around listening, learning, adapting, and how do you really kind of put AI, I like to say it's like your sous chef, right? It's helping you get the meal ready, but it's the person front and center that's going to make the difference in terms of how to really use that technology for what it's meant for.
I absolutely love that. Sherry and Jane both, thank you so much for your time. Karen Rogerio, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Amir. Hearing that long-term perspective is just invaluable.
It really is. And Sherry also had a fantastic conversation with Christina Hall, the CHRO of Instacart. Let's watch that back.
You heard our message yesterday, which is AI-powered, human-centric, and forever forward. But how do you think about that in terms of creating processes using Extend? Because I know you're, like I mentioned, you're a big Extend customer. How has that shown up?
Extend has been really great for us when we think about our performance review process overall. Before Extend, when we did calibrations and then made final decisions about people's ratings and promotions, we had this mix of tools, and it was a pretty messy mishmash. We had Lattice, we had Workday, we also had Google Sheets, and we were always toggling between those things to get the information in the right place. And of course, that ends up creating a lot of lag. So a lot of times there'd be a calibration, and it could be up to 5 days before the results of that showed up in the documents where we're making final decisions, which isn't a great experience for managers. And of course, a lot of extra work for HR. So Extend really provided the customization that allowed us to have a single source of truth for all that.
Love that.
You know, it's always great to hear from our customers. Moving from spreadsheets to a unified self-service experience built right inside Workday is a game changer.
That's exactly right. And later, the celebration of success continued during the customer awards.
It was fantastic. A big congratulations again to all the winners: Accenture, the Medical University of South Carolina, Ameriprise Financial, Dow, and Sphera. Each one had a unique story of driving real impact in their businesses. Take a look.
Let's go on the awards. Okay, our first award is the Global Workforce Transformation Award. I'm honored to announce the winner this year is Accenture.
Next up, we have our Powering Innovation Award. The winner is the Medical University of South Carolina.
Up next is the Finance for the Future Award. This is an award for the finance team that is stepping way ahead of their business. And the winner is Ameriprise Financial.
So we have just 2 awards left. The next is our Future Ready Award. These are customers that celebrate and are changing and building for the future. And the winner is Dow.
Okay, we're at our final award. I got this one. Okay, our final award is for the Rapid Time to Value Award, which goes to the customer who moves at the speed of their business. And the winner is Sphera.
So let's give all of our nominees and winners today another round of applause.
The entire keynote was a celebration. It ended with a really special personal moment. To mark Workday's 20th birthday, we recreated Jack's Diner, where the idea for Workday was born.
Well, Anil, on behalf of our past workmates, our current 20,000 workmates, our 11,000 customers around the world, our more than 2,000 partners we have, we just want to say thank you. You sat down in that diner 20 years ago with a bold, audacious idea to create a company that no one thought could do. Anil, you did it. And because of that, myself and all of us get to be associated with probably one of the most iconic enterprise software companies of our generation. And I just want to thank you on behalf of the entire Workday community, past, present, and future, for what you did and your vision. You're an amazing human being, you're a great friend, and I can't thank you enough.
What a perfect way to close, reflecting on 20 years of community and partnership. The sense of community is what people are still talking about right now. Let's go to Nathan one last time to get some final reactions.
Energy is still high from the Emily, I have to know, what was your favorite moment from the keynote this morning?
Well, Nathan, the Workday community is so amazing. My favorite moment was the Jack Steiner recreation. It was so surreal to see that on stage.
Absolutely. That was really, really amazing.
It was.
It's clear that these stories are still resonating with everyone. So thanks for talking to me this morning. Back to the broadcast studio.
Thanks, Nathan. From innovation that's shaping the future of work to the community that brings it all to life, it has been an incredible few days.
Oh my goodness, it certainly has. We've had so much fun sharing the magic here at Workday Rising with our digital audience. A huge thank you to all of our guests, to our partners, to our customers, to the crew, of course, and especially to all of you for watching. And please don't forget that Workday Rising EMEA is fast approaching. Join us in beautiful Barcelona from the 18th to the 20th of November to further explore how to illuminate the future of work.
And on behalf of our entire team, thank you for joining us. Stick around. We have lots more from Rising, but first, an exclusive Unplugged performance from none other than Billy Idol.
I'm here at the Moscone Center, and we're going to be rolling up on Workmates to find out if they know what's older, Workday, which was founded in 2005, or something else that they probably don't know anything about. Hey, I got a question for you. What's older, Workday or the iPhone? Not too slow! Hey, what's older, Workday or Facebook? Don't too slow! I gotta ask you, what's older, Workday or Justin Bieber?
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber? He is older. Way to go! Hey, I gotta ask you guys, what's older, Workday or the McFlurry?
McFlurry.
The McFlurry? McFlurry? No, yes, it is actually. Okay, there we go. Good job. Hey, I got a question for you. Workday turns 20 years old this year. What were you doing 20 years ago? No, what were you doing?
I was a Workday customer.
You were?
Yes.
Wow. How many jobs have you had since then?
Just this one.
Just one, whatever. Uh-oh, no, you're not going anywhere. I got a question for both of you. What's older, Workday or Crocs? That's too late. Gosh, come on. Well, that was fun. Turns out Workday's older than TikTok, Netflix streaming, and the iPhone, but still younger than Facebook. Not a bad place to be at 20, I guess.
Formula One has never been more competitive. If you're standing still, you're actually going backwards. We're in the business of competition. We're trying to beat our competitors on the track, but to do that, you need to be able to beat them off the track.
McLaren Racing is always changing, and it's more complex than ever. We're needing to track every pound of spend. We can't waste anything.
From first to last, it's a very narrow window. You don't want to leave any resources on the table. It's about fiscal efficiency and putting maximum performance on the race car. Workday is a critical partner of ours to help us forecast and ultimately help us run the most efficient business possible.
From a finance team perspective, our role has changed over the years. We are playing an integral role in the business operations on a day-to-day basis. Having one set of data that everyone can use at any given moment means that we can react very quickly if we need to. Workday will ensure that we can bring the high performance from the finance team to the track.
Motorsport is an incredibly resource-intensive industry. Planning accurately, managing your people, managing your finances, managing all the variables in your business in a highly competitive industry is incredibly important and something that Workday supports.
We're a data-driven business. We need to work with best-in-class partners in the technology space to help us go faster. Just a mindset of how we want the entire organization to be thinking. How do I go faster? How do I work more efficient? And ultimately make all our investments bring performance to our race car